Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I'm here with my fellow host, Jack.
Oh, hi, I'm Jack.
We're barely awake, it's fine. But yes, we are doing another Nerd Chat discussing Pokopia. Pokopia, however you want to pronounce it, because there's been a lot of debate recently about how to pronounce it. Um,
It's pretty clearly Pokopia. What are you? If you say Pokopia, you're stupid.
Yeah, I've been seeing a few debates about that, but it's
It's like
Pokopia.
Utopia, Pokopia, Utopia.
Yeah, but apparently there's been some debate about it, and I don't know why. But I thought I would just bring
Well,
that
then
up.
they're stupid. No, Pokopia. What? No, it's Pokopia.
Yeah,
That I will die on this hill.
fair. But yes, we are talking about Pokopia, which we've been having a load of fun playing. Um, our last nerd chat about this, we pretty
Oh,
much just discussed the first few days, and like I'd gotten decently far into the game at that point. Jack, you had hardly done anything at that point, right? You were still in the first town, I think, right?
that's correct.
Yeah. I don't remember how far I was. I think I was either I think I might have been in the third/second town. One of the two. I don't remember which one, if I was in Bleak Beach or if I was in Rocky Ridges. But yeah, we weren't far. We were not far at all in the story, and yeah, we still I don't think I even knew about Sparkling Skylands yet. Jack, you haven't even gotten there yet,
Correct.
but you're close. You are just finishing up some stuff in Bleak Beach, and then you're going to be going to Sparkling Skylands. Because you finished
Yes.
Rocky Ridges, right?
I just need to build the Pokemon Center,
Okay.
but I had the party and everything, so.
Yeah. Which I don't even think you need to have. You just have to have met the legendaries, the two legendaries, in order to get Sparkling Skylands.
Right.
So you've done that, right? Or have you?
I have met both legendaries so far.
Okay. In both Bleak Beach and Rocky Ridges.
Yes.
Okay. So you can probably go to Sparkling Skylands by now, if you really want to. You just need to go through either one of the two those two towns, and you can get into Sparkly Skylands. But yes, I have finished the story of the game, so we will be discussing some spoilers. And we'll be doing a lot of different stuff with that. But yeah, I've done a lot in terms of what you can do in the game. For the record, I have 265 Pokemon registered.
That is
Which
so many.
it really
Let's see how
is.
many I have. Hang on.
And the thing is, like, I know that there are more. Is the thing.
How many do I have? 71.
71. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's so few. Oh my gosh, I thought you had more than that. I thought you at least had over 100. But yeah. Which, to be fair, you don't really need to have seen all of the different Pokemon, in order to, actually do a lot of things. But we think that there's like 300 in the game, somewhere thereabouts. Which would make sense because there are a few Pokemon that I still haven't met. Like, let's see here. If I go, I'll start at the top of my list. So let's see. So I have the entire Bulbasaur line, the entire Charizard line, the entire Squirtle line, Pidgey line, Oddish line, Paris line, Venonat line, Bellsprout, Slowpoke, most of the Magnemite line, but I don't have Magnezone yet. But you don't get Magnemite until you have to do a story stuff in order to get Magnemite. Well, Magneton and Magnezone you can get whenever. But yeah, you have to finish up the tower quest line, which you really can't do until you fully finish the story of the game, the rest of the story of the game. But yeah,
Yeah.
but Magneton, the thing about Magneton is like, it's basically creative mode. It still has like requires resources and stuff like that, but it allows you to fly around and like place things exactly as you want them, and it's kind of insane. The way that Magnemite works, so you are gonna love it once you get it. But yeah,
All right.
so something to be aware of. And then there is let's see, I have the Onyx line, the Cubone line, all 4 Hitmons, including Tyrogue. Coughing, Wheezing. I haven't met Tangela yet, but I do have Tangrowth. I have the Scythers, Pinsir, the Magikarp line, the Hoot Hoot line, Heracross, Volbeat and Illumise, Gulpin, Cacnea, Combee, the Shellos line, the Drifloon line, the Drober line, the Timber line, the Litwick, Axew, Goodra, Cramorant, Pikachu, Zubat,
You have
Meowth.
Raichu?
I do have Raichu.
Yay! I'm so glad he's in the game.
And also, speaking of Pikachu,
I wasn't speaking of Pikachu, I was speaking of Raichu.
well, yes, I know. So, Raichu is kind of weird because I think that it can be either male or female.
Interesting.
Because when I was looking at the when I look at the habitat decks about it, it showed both versions of Raichu in the information. Unfortunately, it is through a very specific habitat, which is annoying. And then when it comes to Pikachu, we have Pikachu, but we also have regular Pikachu, which you can get from using a picnic set habitat and putting that in Pallet Town. So you should do Pallet Town. Make that very clear.
I haven't been there yet either.
Yeah, you should probably go there at some point. There's a lot of things that you unlock just from doing that, and there are certain Pokemon that can only spawn there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. But yeah. There are so many. And the thing is that you do know that if you see a Pokemon from a line, every single Pokemon in that line will be in the game in some way, shape, or form. Alternate versions may not be. So, like, I haven't seen Hisui and Growlithe. I haven't seen the alternate versions of Meowth and Persian. I haven't seen Alolan Executor. I have seen Paldea Wooper, but I haven't seen regular Wooper, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I haven't seen regular Wooper.
Yeah. So, and
I was actually kind of surprised that it was Paldean Wooper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not gonna lie.
And then when it comes to starters, so all of the Kanto starters are here. But I don't know if all of the other starters are in the game. All of the other lines are here. So I have seen. Let's see, which ones do I have? So I have the Torchic line, the Piplup line, the Rowlet line, and the Scorbunny line, and the Cyndaquil line. And then I think that the Snivy line is here, the Froakie line is here, Sprigatito line is here, but that's it. I haven't seen Fuecoco, I haven't seen Quaxley, I haven't seen the rest of the other so I haven't seen the other Paldea starters. I haven't seen the other I don't think have I seen Galar starters? Oh yeah, Galar was Scorbunny, so I haven't seen any Galar starters besides Scorbunny. Haven't seen any Alola ones besides Rowlet. Haven't seen any Unova ones besides Snivy. No Kalos ones besides Froakie, and so on and so forth. So basically, it seems like there's one line per region, except for Kanto, and Kanto has all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not certain if that's like an oversight or I just haven't found them yet or what. I don't know if there's like so I don't think I don't think that there are alternate versions of Pokemon. So I don't think that I don't think we see Galarian Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme. I don't think that we're gonna see like any of those guys. There's a whole bunch. I don't think that we're gonna see the version. I don't think we're gonna see the really awesome versions of Typhlosion, of why am I forgetting its name? The final Rowlet evolution.
Decidueye.
Decidueye. I don't think we're gonna see that version of Decidueye. I don't think we're gonna see like all of these other versions. If it's in the line, cool, it's there. But at this early on, at this point in time, I don't think that we're gonna be seeing alternate versions of Pokemon.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, which it's fine. I think that that's fine to for right now. I think that's fine. However, we recently got an event, and that is the Hop-Up line event, and that kind of makes me realize that one, they can do a lot of events to bring in a lot of different Pokemon. So, like, obviously, we're getting the Hop-Up line right now, and we'll get them. It looks like they'll be showing up every springtime. Once Hop-Up will go to his spot every springtime. So even if you don't get it now, if you don't get the game now, if you get it next year, you will be able to still get the event. So that's nice.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's a lot of things with that. There is, so yeah, we'll see how much you get. There's obviously a lot of Pokemon that we still have to go through and get and unlock and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But I do think that we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Finding all of the different Pokemon. But the fact that there's at least 300 different Pokemon in the game, to me that's really telling that they want to get as many Pokemon in this world as they possibly can. Which is fantastic. I'm so happy about that, actually. Being able to have every single it's nearly half of the Pokemon that exist. Well, not nearly, but it's getting close to half of the Pokemon that exist. So, imagining what it's gonna be like in a few years, I think it's reasonable to assume that at some point we will have all 1,000 Pokemon somewhere in the game, even if it's like something that you have to like purchase DLC or something for. Which, while that would be annoying, it would also make a little bit of sense. So, yeah. Um, I do think that most likely there will be some point in the future where we will have to actually we will have to purchase some DLC for this game. Hopefully it's not going to be for a while, though. My hope is that we will be able to play this game for a good few years without ever having to deal with the all of that bullshit with the DLC and all that shit. But there's no way of knowing at this point in time how long that's going to be before we get the next before we actually have to worry about DLC. But it's a very fun game so far, and I think that a lot of people are going to be enjoying it for probably for years, honestly. I'm not certain exactly how long we'll be playing this game, but I think it has a good long longevity left. Like it's very Minecrafty in the terms that it's gonna be able to have a lot of really fun aspects to it as the story continues, and people are going to be making their worlds to be absolutely insane at some point. Like, we've already done like a little bit of Pallet Town and stuff with that, and like there's some people who've had this game for less than a week, for about a week, and have already exploded with all the different things that you can do in this game. And we're just starting. We haven't like, if you can actually look in your collection to see all the to see like how many recipes are there, how many items there are, and I don't even want to read a number because it's just so freaking many. But yeah, like let's see, what is the smallest amount of regular items? I think the kits. So there are a few kits. There's 4 kits per section. Right? Yeah, 4 kits per section. And there's 4 sections. So obviously, so yeah, so 16. Then there is the Pokeball House kit, the Pokemark kit, the 4 different Pokemon centers, the 3 generators, that being the windmill, the water wheel, and the furnace. There's various different specialty sets. So, like the Moonlight Dance statue, the Relaxing Park kit. There's 2 houses for every single one of these regions. That being like the pink hut and a cabin, the orange hut and the orange cottage, the gray hut and I think the gray cabin, so on and so forth, for each of the towns. Then there's the 3 chambers, the Altar of Flame, the abandoned power plant, and the freezing chambers, and then the relocation and the destruction kit. And it's so much is in this game, and it's like, those are just the prefabs, and you get so many of those, and that's the smallest section. I think there's over 100 different blocks. There's a whole bunch of just different building supplies, with like just stairs. There's like 6. There's 6 different stairs. There's 2 different ladders. There's wires. There's chains, ropes, pulleys. So many doors. I don't even know how many doors there are. There's a ton of windows. There's a tons of roofs. There's tons of fencing and so on and so forth. It's kind of insane looking at all the different features that are within this game, and like, part of me wonders if like some of this stuff is going to be things that we're going to be seeing in future games, because they could be hinting at the possibility of future games. We already do know that they have hinted at some of that. If you look at a human record, I don't remember where it was. There was something about... I don't remember. Was it in notes? No. Letters? There's some... Oh, yeah, here we go. Papers. So there's a Shellos report. Shellos changes its color and appearance based on diet and environment it lives in. We are researching day and night in an attempt to create a heretofore unknown yellow Shellos.
Okay.
So, yeah. There are, like, all sorts of just weird information details that we have little to no idea of what they're going to be about. That are definitely hinting at the possibility of whatever they're doing with Gen 10. Could there be a yellow Shellos in Gen 10? Could there be a freaking are we going to be getting the new Rotom form? Are we going to be getting, like, there's some things about Porygon and all these things. And the thing about this game is, like, there is a good possibility that they will use this game as, like, a first glimpse at new Pokemon or new features for for Gen 10 and onward. Because this game could continue for years and years to come without and not have any issues whatsoever. Like, we already know that there apparently people have already moved their clock forward and found out that there is another event coming. Exactly when, I don't know. I didn't look into it. But yeah, there's more events coming. There's more bless you. Bless you again.
Sorry.
All good. But yeah, there's, like, all sorts of different events happening. I don't know. It's exciting to see, like, all of the different things, and, like, so as I said, I have, like, 260, right? 265 Pokemon, and then for the habitats, I have 178.
That's crazy.
It really is, and, like, so, and granted, like, some of those habitats do have some overlap with what Pokemon spawn in them. Primarily because, like, they can sometimes they're a specific one for making a Pokemon happier, such as there's, like, a one specific one for Magnemite. Let me make sure
Yeah.
like, each of the different Pokemon that you're going to be talking to throughout the main story of the game, they have their own special habitat that they have. And they will always have that. So, let me make sure I'm saying this right. Like, obviously, Moslax is always at his habitat, so you're not going to be seeing anything from him. But, like, Professor Tangrowth has a specific habitat that you can do in the post-game. Yeah. Basically, so he gives you a quest in the post game to basically set up his habitat, and I'm not remembering where it is. Let me see if I can find it. Because it's you basically just put it over by his bed in his habitat, and he'll just yeah. The professor's treasure trove. Basically all it is you need his treasure trove, his bed, which is already there, and 4 lost relics, large, around his bed, and that's basically going to be his home eventually. And so on and so forth. There's a whole bunch of those where it's just like, yeah, we have they have their specific habitat, but you don't really need to. You don't need to create them. They're just gonna be there eventually, because you're gonna want to put them there because that's their preferred habitat overall. So
That's yeah.
like obviously there are certain Pokemon that will only that they spawn in some other habitat, but they're like way easier to get in another habitat. Like Venusaur, you can get Venusaur from the Field of Flowers, I think. Yes, you can get Venusaur from Field of Flowers, but its preferred habitat, the one that you will most likely be able to get it from, is called the Garden Terrace. And basically what you need for that is you need a garden light, 4 wildflowers, a garden chair, and a garden table, and then Venusaur will spawn way freaking easier. And
Interesting.
yeah, there's all sorts of really cool stuff with that, and I really love it. I love the way that they handled it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how they continue the story with that and all that jazz. But yeah, there's the whole world of this is just freaking massive, and like I think it's funny because like some people are like fully designing exactly how they want their towns to be and all that jazz. Meanwhile, we're here just like, yeah, we're just playing the game. Like I haven't fully designed anything when it comes to my houses. My permanent residence for any of my Pokemon, I kind of have like the first area and Bleak Beach are relatively on the right track because I've finished the roads. Most of the roads in Weathered Wastelands. I still have a few that need to get done. But yeah, roads need to get done, and I need to build a few more houses in that area, and then I'll be done with how I want my town to be, my first town to be. But you're gonna have like a ton of towns by the end of the game, and it's absolutely insane. And like you gotta think about like, oh, what do I want this town to be? And I do think that once you've completed all of the side quests for specific Pokemon, I do believe that you are able to move your Pokemon to other regions. So I think that like just as an example,
Yeah, you can bring Pokemon to other areas.
well, you're able to move most Pokemon. There are a few Pokemon that are not able to be moved between regions.
Hmm.
I believe, I don't think that you can move Moslax, which understandable. Moslax is insane, because it's just stuck in that spot, which is a little bit annoying, but like you could, Tangrowth is obviously in every single one of the towns, and then, frickin', so you don't need to really worry about that. But like Pikachu, I think that you can't actually set her in a specific, in any. Well, you might be able to move her eventually, but like at first she's stuck in Bleak Beach, and for quite a while actually. Same thing goes for like a few other Pokemon, like Chef Dente is stuck in Rocky Ridges. The Tink Master is stuck in Sparkling Skylands, and so on and so forth. But yeah. And I think you are able to move them once they have finished all of their side quests.
Okay, that makes sense.
And there are a few specific Pokemon that are important for story things, and I don't think that they can be moved until later. So, like, I think Piplup is one of them that cannot be moved until quite a bit later. I don't think that until you finish up the story, I don't think that you can move. Actually, quite a few. Actually, I don't know. But also, one thing that I do find kind of interesting is like your specialty Pokemon. So there are how many specialty Pokemon are there? There's Professor Tangrowth. There is Pikachu, Mosslax, Chef Dente, and DJ Rotom, and Tinkmaster. So obviously each of those are very special versions of their Pokemon. I do not yet know if anyone except for Pikachu and Snorlax have alternate forms that you can get. Because you can get regular Snorlax, you can get regular Pikachu in Pallet Town. But you can't really do anything with any of the others, at least as far as I'm aware. You might be able to do that eventually, but at this point in time, I do not know if you're able to. I don't think that there's another version of Tangrowth. I don't think that there's another version of Rotom. Which, personally, you know what I would do with Rotom is because we have what was it? Let me make sure that I'm saying it right. Is it? Where are they? I thought I had them. Here we go. Yeah, so there is a fridge, a fan, an air conditioner, a microwave, a washing machine, and I think that was... Let me... I think that there probably is a mower, but I haven't seen it yet. So one thing that I'm kind of theorizing about is that they're going to put all of these different, if you get all of the different home appliances that Rotom can inhabit, then that will be a Rotom area eventually. However, I don't think that they have all of them in the game yet. So, I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's the case. We'll see exactly how that plays out and as the game continues. But yeah. But that might be the way to get Rotom is like you put all of the different sets together, and that will summon Rotom, and then Rotom maybe will like take over one of them for like a brief moment or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I do love just like all of the different things that they've added into this game, and I'm excited to see what they're going to continue to do. Because yeah, there's a lot of things. But yeah. Also, I think we can actually say with certainty how many fossils there are. I think, because at this point in time we have the skull fossil, the armor fossil, the jaw fossil, and the sail fossil. Those are our standard fossils. So every single one of them will have like they have their specific things. And then we also know that there is the wing fossil, which is basically Aerodactyl. And then each of the other fossils do have their specific versions. So we have the headbutt fossil, which which will be Rampardos. We have the shield fossil, which will be frickin' Bastiodon. The despot fossil, which is going to be the Yeah, I'm forgetting what it's called. And then there's the tundra fossil, which is going to be, which is Aurorus. So, yeah, we'll see if there's going to be any other fossils. But I am curious if they are going to actually put the other fossils into the game, because there are so many fossils within ZA or within like all of the different games that we have so far.
That's true. There's a lot.
There really are. Because, yeah, I don't know exactly how many they're going to do, but I think the big thing that I want to make very clear is I do believe that they are at some point going to do some updates throughout the game and give us more regions. Like so let's see. So right now we have 4 towns plus Pallet Town. So we have Withered Wasteland, Bleak Beach, Rocky Ridges, Sparkling Skylands, and Pallet Town, right? So we don't have a snowy area yet, and we don't, and we do have an aquatic area, which with Bleak Beach. But I do think that we could get more regions. How many regions would like what would you expect from more regions if they were to add more?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. This is more than I ever imagined as it stands.
Fair. Because I specifically look at, I want to look at Kanto. If we look at Kanto, so we at this point know that this whole town, this whole thing, is based off of Kanto, with Bleak Beach being Vermilion City, Rocky Ridges being whatchamadiddle. Rocky Ridges is Pewter City. Sparkling Skylands, I believe, is Saffron City. That's I think that's the one that we're that is the current assumption.
I think that's right.
And then, yeah, we believe that Withered Wasteland is Fuchsia City. We're not 100% certain on that, but that appears they oh no, wait, we are confirmed. That is actually confirmed. We are confirmed that that is Fuchsia City, because Mewtwo calls Withered Wasteland Fuchsia City.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we do know that that is Fuchsia City. Pallet Town is kind of not really Pallet Town, because it's not specific. It's an area where you can literally just design it however you want it to be. It doesn't have to be anything specific. And that's fun. It's really fun, actually, that's a possibility to do. So we could see a Pallet Town. We could see Viridian City. We could see we still haven't seen Cerulean City. We haven't seen Lavender Town. We haven't seen Celadon. We haven't seen Cinnabar. So I don't necessarily think that we will see Cinnabar, because of the fact that that is specifically since Pewter City kind of has taken that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, considering the fact that the world was destroyed, I would not be surprised if Cinnabar Island was completely destroyed because of that.
Fair.
Oh, I hate that I would say that, but yeah. But there's a lot of other areas as well that we could possibly see. Like there's several caves systems that are gone. There are several So yeah, there's several caves that are there somewhere that we haven't seen them yet. There's the Victory Road that we haven't seen yet. Was there a snowy area in Kanto?
I don't remember.
I don't think there really was. And most of the ice types were kind of just there. Because there weren't really that many ice types to begin with in Kanto.
No, there really were not.
So, I don't know. I feel like they have to do a snowy area at some point. And like kind of what I'm thinking is like maybe we will be able to go to different regions. Maybe we'll be like something that I could see them doing as like a possibility is maybe there could be like some massive update where or maybe not even an update. Maybe it's just something that just happens at some point where you get extra towns like Pallet Town that are kind of representative of specific regions. So like obviously currently it's based off Kanto, but then we could get like maybe we would get a section that's specifically based off Johto. Maybe we get a like various different Pallet Towns, and like maybe they'll keep the basic shape of the region and have certain aspects about them, but they're not actually going to be like full versions of them.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's hard to
I think
say.
you expect a lot from this video game.
I kind of do, but I think like the reason I do expect so much from it is like in the future is that it is very much like freaking Animal Crossing, where they were able to do updates, and this game is meant to last for quite a while, and it makes me wonder if maybe they're going to do some really fun aspects to the game as the story continues. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that they will go full in with all of that to make to make like all the different cities and all of the different I don't know. Like I don't think that they're necessarily going to do every single different area, but like I would like to see at least one more area get added. Because we kind of have like a rocky and fire area, we have a water area, we have a sky area, and we have like a standard grassland / forest area, but we don't really have a snowy area, and I feel like we should have a snowy area at least. Like, what do you think about that?
I think you're right.
So
I think a snowy area would be a lot of fun.
yeah,
It would be really easy to incorporate like snow dens and ice houses.
yeah, and like it wouldn't, it wouldn't be that challenging to do, and I do think that one thing that I would like to see them specifically do is add the ability to have multiple Pallet Towns. So like you can like let's say because we like currently we have one Pallet Town, and that's it, and that's fine. That is a fine way to handle it, but at the same time, I'd like to be able to have multiple different versions of multiple cities that I can fully design, because I do know that I would kind of like to see that possibility. Because like when you think about like Minecraft, for example, and you can like fully design your city your world exactly how you want it to be, and like Pallet Town, sure, that has that, but it's one town, and because like I feel like Pallet Town, it really feels like it is meant to be the area where you fully design it exactly how you want it to be, and that's it. That's all that it is. And then the other one, I don't know. I feel like they could do some more cool stuff with that, but I don't necessarily know. I don't know. I'd like to have more areas to do that sort of thing with, and the big thing is, like, if they ever want to have all 1,000 whatever Pokemon in this game, which I do think that they will, at the very least, at some point add a few of the new Pokemon for the new region.
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable to assume that there will be each of the maybe not each of the starters, but well, they could do each of the starters, but like various different Pokemon that they announce for Gen 10. Maybe there could be like specific events, and you can get them, and then
Sorry.
when Gen 10 comes out, maybe there will be like a very specific area where you're able to do all sorts of just different things with it. I don't know. It's hard to say.
There's a lot to do, and I think I like excitedly await to see what they will do.
Yeah. I think it's very important to understand, like, we're not saying that we need this now. It's more like they're already doing these things, and like, how are they going to continue to do this stuff moving forward? Are they going to create new characters? Are they going to create alternate versions of characters? Like, obviously we have Professor Tangrowth, Pikachu, Moslax, Smearguru, DJ Rotom, Chef Dente, frickin' Tinkmaster. We have all these characters. Are we going to be getting any more of these characters? Are we going to get like hints at what the future holds for Gen 10? And I do like, because they are already doing some of this stuff. But will they continue? How much of this are they going to continue? Are they just going to be like, yeah, this is just like a throwaway game. We didn't really expect people to be this excited about it, and we're not really doing anything else? That would suck.
I genuinely don't think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't think that they would just be like, yeah, we didn't really think that this game was going to be as big as it was, and we're kind of done with it. Because this is a really good game to be the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, because it really encapsulates, like, the world of Pokemon, but it's also, like, it is very much about, like, hey, humans destroyed the world, and you kind of want to think about that for a bit.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
Like, I hope that they will look at that they're going to be like very clear about that as they continue to do more stuff with this game, and be like, hey, you idiots, take care of the fucking planet. Because the planet is being destroyed. But yeah, it's a post-apocalypse thing, and I do wonder if there are more, if at some point we will like see humans. I don't think we will. I really don't. But
yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I don't think I should say never. I don't want to get... How spoilery are you allowing me to get?
As spoilery as you want.
Okay, cool. In the credits scene, we see a human find a picture that you send to space.
Oh. Fascinating.
Yeah, basically a human walks out of their... you send a rocket up into space for story things. That's basically what the thing that happens before you get Magnemite. And once you do that, and then after the credits have rolled, at the end of the credits, you see the spaceship that you launched come up to another spaceship that looks like a Pokeball, and a human in a spacesuit comes out and looks at your photograph that you took.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, what exactly that could mean, I have no idea. But also, it looks like it's quite possibly like several years in the future.
Yeah.
Because the spaceship, it looks destroyed. It looks really badly destroyed.
Oh.
So it could be several years later. And humans just happen to find it like years and years in the future. But who knows? Maybe we will see humans. But I don't think that we will. I think that they're going to try and keep the human aspect out of this game, as much as possible. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I do think that they've done a lot of really cool stuff with the game, and I think that that's the important thing to take away from this whole everything that we've just been ranting about is like they will be doing stuff with this game as the story for quite a while. I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that they're going to do the whole thing where, oh, we really didn't expect this game to be as good as it was, or whatever bullshit. That I said like a little bit ago. We're gonna get this game for quite a while, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be they're gonna have a lot of fun with making it. And I wouldn't be surprised if let's see. So there's 300 Pokemon ish, somewhere about there, and there are 5 towns. So if we get every single Pokemon, how many Pokemon would that be? Or how many towns would that be if we were to calculate that? I think that would be at least 10, if not 20, different cities. I don't think it would go all... Like, I don't think that they're going to go that extreme at any point. I don't think that they're going to put every single Pokemon in the game. I think that would be a lot. That's going to be a lot of effort because, like, every single Pokemon has a different personality. They're similar. Some of them are very similar. Like, you'll have, like, a lot of the poison types are, like, saying yo and stuff like that. And especially the younger ones.
I feel like they're supposed to be stoned.
Yeah, kind of. Like, there are certain aspects of them, and they will act similarly after a certain amount of time. But when you first meet them, each Pokemon has, like, their own thing that they say. Each Pokemon has different aspects that they want to improve on their lives. And yeah, you can get it to a point where it's just, like, absolutely insane. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that they could do a lot with it. And I think that that's my big point that I want to make very clear. I do think that they will be doing very cool stuff with this game as they move forward. So, yeah. So yeah, if it's... I think if they do decide to get all 1,000 or whatever Pokemon that there are going to be in the game, which I expect that by the end of Gen 10 we will be at about 1,100-ish, give or take. So, yeah. So with 1,100-ish Pokemon, I think that Gen 10 is going to be absolutely incredible. And that's... I'm hoping that they will continue to update this game. Honestly, you know what this game really feels like to me? It feels like the successor to Pokepark, if you ever played that.
It does, yes.
And like Pokepark was relatively was way smaller when you actually look at it.
Oh yes.
So imagining what they could do just based on what we've seen them do in this game is really just with like the first few weeks is insane. And it does get me wondering, like, are we going how much are we going to see as this game continues? Are we going to see it be this absolutely massive game in a few years where everyone is going to be I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like at the same level of like say Minecraft or anything like that. Because like Minecraft has like a lot that it can that you can do in that. But it does make me wonder if they will do something similar to that. I don't know. Those are my immediate.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a big game, and I think that it can only get bigger. Is the thing. So, yeah, I do think that there will be some times where it's gonna where people are gonna fall off of the game, and that's fine. I think that they probably expect that, but the game sold out. Like, just think about that for a moment. The game sold out in a few areas. So, like, what does that mean for the future of this game? I hope that that means that they're going to be doing all sorts of crazy things with it as the story continues. But who knows? We shall see. We shall see. That is the important thing. I don't know why I did that voice. But yes.
You're like, I don't know. It felt right in the moment.
It felt right in the moment, yeah. But yeah, we shall see what this game holds, and I think that that is the most important thing that we will be seeing as this chaos continues. Because I'm excited. I know that a lot of other people are really excited, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this game, because it's a lot of fun, and I think it's worth noting that like it's so much fun that I have been. When I've been doing a few live streams, and when I have been just absolutely just getting like having to wait for something on a stream, sometimes I'll just open up Pokopia and just play that for a bit, because like, what else am I gonna do? Like, if I'm gonna if I'm waiting for something for a while, like, why not just open up Pokopia for a bit and then get some stuff done?
Yup, makes sense.
Especially like considering the fact that there are still a lot of Pokemon that we have, and one of the things that I really want to do is I want to get every single Pokemon in the game. And then once I know all of the different Pokemon that are within the game, then I want to actually like fully design my city exactly how I want it. Because I don't really want to have my cities fully designed beforehand and then realize, oh, yeah, there's some Pokemon that I didn't even know were in this game that I actually want to that I could actually do some really cool stuff with. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it does mean moving Pokemon around like crazy, but I'm okay with that. I'm a bit more okay with that. But anyways, I don't really have much else to say, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we went for an hour, so there's that. But yeah, next week is Minecraft Live, by the way. So
Oh wow.
that's why I was saying that maybe we should discuss that instead. But yeah, maybe we'll probably watch that live. I think that'll be fun. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's nerd chat. I've been Electro Ninja. He's been Jack, and we will see you guys in the next one. But on